What's up, everybody? It's Azubuike with Edge Home Finance, and this is your market update. And today we are talking about the 2-1 buy down program. And some of you guys are hearing that and you're thinking, what in the world is that? I'm glad you asked. And that's why I got my laptop here, because I'm going to go over exactly how it works. And I'm going to give you an illustration right now. Okay, so we're going to go over the 2-1 buy down program. This is an awesome program. Super excited to announce this because this is going to help a lot of buyers make their payments more affordable. And it's also going to help sellers that want to get their houses sold faster, because if they offer this, this is a great incentive that could really be a win-win to get homes sold faster and to help buyers come into their loans with lower payments. With the high interest rates that we're seeing right now, this is a great program to kind of help offset that. So here's how it works. If we're going to look at the mortgage calculator here, I've got a 350 price point. I just want to get a 350 loan amount, so that's why I'm putting a 0 down payment, just to get a 350 loan amount to make the calculator work, because I want to go off a 350 loan amount example. So this is a conventional rate right now. This is the going rate for conventional with a lot of our wholesale lenders, 5.979 on average. So if you're going to start out with a 2-1 buy down program, what the 2 is referring to is the amount of interest rate points discounted the first year. Okay, so we come down here, we see that first year is taking off 2 points on the 5.979 is bringing it down to 3.979. And that's awesome, because our borrower is going to save $426 a month, over $426 a month, 427 rounded up. And you get annual savings here. And then year 2 is referring to the 1. That's where the 1 comes in, the 2-1 buy down. The 1 is referring to the amount of interest points that you have lowered in year 2. So that's going to be the 4.979 here. Here's our payment. It's a savings difference. If we're comparing it to here, there's our savings difference. Okay, $219 a month. And there's our annual savings for the borrower. So here's our total annual savings for the borrower. And it also is equivalent to the buy down cost, okay? Because years 3 through 30, the rate goes back to the going rate that the loan was originated at. In this example, we're going off of the 5.979. So this is a killer deal for the buyer, but here's the catch. This amount here has to be paid for by the seller. This buy down program has to come from seller concessions to pay for the buy down. Here's how the total amount of the buy down cost is determined, but it does have to be covered by the seller. So it's one of those deals where you can work this into the transaction, but you have to have the seller cooperate to add this as part of the concessions in the deal. And definitely feel free to give me a shout so we can talk through how to work that into the transaction, how to kind of talk through the numbers and make sense of everything. But it's definitely a great way for sellers to help get their houses off, sold a lot faster. And then obviously it's a great way to help buyers get their payments down. And the cool thing about this is by year 2, year 3, rates are likely going to be a lot lower, and we'll be refinancing anyway before you ever reach this 3 to 30-year range for the actual rate being back. So it's definitely something to keep in mind. Also, we can do this as a 1-0 buy down, meaning you just have 1% interest rate drop for the first year, and then years 2 through 30, it goes back to the regular, and that's a lower buy down amount. We can look at those options as well. So keep this in mind. I'm super excited about this because we're talking to all of our agents about it. Agents, if you think you have some buyers and sellers that this can help, give me a shout. We can talk through how this can ultimately help. And again, remember, it's only if you have seller concessions. It can only be contributed for purchases only, no investment properties, and the only way you can do a second is on a conventional. It is eligible on FHA and VA, but that's primary residences only. So hopefully this was helpful information, and thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you on the next video. Take care and God bless.